How are you?
I'm so excited you're here to see your face.
I'm exhausted. I woke up early just to be here.
Just for us? Yay. Okay, this is really important though, so I'm really glad that you're here. So tell everyone who you are.
I'm Peter Clifton. I'm one of the operating partners for Ready Room in Houston, Texas.
And you
And
might have
Richard.
something to do with a place called Ritual,
Absolutely. That's where I've been for the
which
past 3 weeks.
has the best macaroni and cheese I've ever had.
Trust me, I know. Everybody's been ordering that for the past 3 or 4 weeks. It's been unreal.
I always order an old fashioned and the mac and cheese when I
No.
come into town.
We're doing an old fashioned party pack. So it's basically 32 ounces of the old fashioned. It's been going off like hotcakes.
Of course, and I can't have any, but it's fine. It's fine.
I would mail you some, but it wouldn't get there quick enough.
No, it wouldn't. Okay, so Pete has my favorite bar in Houston, and you can see it there in the background. And
Yeah.
one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because I really wanted people to understand and see kind of what actually is happening with restaurants and especially non-chain places. And you guys are doing a lot to keep yourselves going, but you're also really focused on keeping the community safe. And I just wanted people to be able to hear that from you instead of from the news or what people think is happening. So can you share a little bit about what you're doing to
I,
keep your businesses running?
I think, number one, when you own a business, you're worried about revenue. You're worried about, how are you going to survive, because you have other lives that are dependent on you as well. So naturally you freak out and you go in that mode. And then as this kind of kept going, you, it's almost like you forgot about it. You
Yeah.
want to make sure everybody was safe so that way everybody can get back to normal. And then you start to watch the news and you start to go down the rabbit hole and this thing's real.
Yeah. Well, I think that's one of the things that complicated it for just your average everyday citizen, but also made it that much more complicated for people like you, is that I felt like it was changing every
You still
day,
there?
you know? Yeah, I'm here. I
Yeah,
felt like it was
my
changing.
well,
I
the
felt
feed
like it
broke
was
out and
changing
I
every
missed
day.
that missed the whole
Oh, okay.
question.
I will repeat it. So I felt like it was changing every day. So that made it really hard for everybody to process what was happening personally and also for you guys to process what was happening.
Yeah, for Ritual now, we're doing curbside takeout to where we put a tent out and we're doing produce boxes, toilet paper, gloves, water, stuff that people are too afraid to go to store. 'Cause I'm afraid to go to store because I don't know who's got what. Somebody might accidentally
Yeah.
cough. There's a lot of paranoia out there, and
Hmm.
and people have been very responsive towards that. They're very happy that we're doing that. It's not just, hey, buy food from us. It's hey, we have some things that you might need. And the response has been tremendous. So we're very thankful for that.
One of the things that I liked about your restaurant, now the bar specifically, is your connection to the community that was apparent even in the way that you named and organized your drinks. You
Yeah.
have the ward menu, and you're in a very cool, kind of more historic part of town. And I really liked that. And so it seems to me as if that is something that really is a part of you guys, not giving a nod to the community, and the community is important to you guys.
I think really, and I'm going to talk for myself. I'm not going to talk for
Yes.
anybody else. But growing up in Houston and growing up wanting to be an archaeologist, like I loved history. I always believed that asking questions, what's going on in the neighborhood, like where are these people from, what are they all about? And for me, the journey of learning that is just very, very important. So once you learn that, you learn the whole neighborhood, you learn the people, you learn what's important. And I think everybody in the Heights really they dig it, even though they're 25 or even though they're 65.
Yeah.
Everybody appreciates that. So I think there is a connection between that, where the community feels like they're appreciated, even though the neighborhood totally new. It totally revamped. There's nobody left from the old days. People still feel a connection to the past.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of regulars that come in?
I do.
You do. And
I do.
so, and they're continuing to show support to you. And that is just another testament to your business and to your connection to the community. So can you tell us what are you guys offering? All of the things you're offering for Ritual and Ready Room
Well,
for
the
you
Ready
guys.
Room, we can't even open up because we don't serve
No.
food at Ready Room. So that's been, I miss it. You know, that's been
Yeah.
hard. But for Ritual, my business partner developed an app called Roovy, Roovy. And basically, it's a contactless experience. So you get on the app, or you download the app, you get on the app, and you click onto the restaurant because we have 5 in the Heights. And you choose which one, you hit carry out, and then the whole menu pops up. So the menu's real time. So you order, however you order, it immediately goes to the kitchen off of a certain printer that we have.
Oh, cool.
And then
Kind of like a Starbucks order.
absolutely.
Okay, cool.
And then, you know, once it's ready and I sell the ticket on the app, it automatically sends you a response. It just says, hey, pull up to the front, give it to make and model of your car so we can bring you your food. And off you go. And so it's been exciting to see all that kind of come to fruition.
Yeah.
But it's very easy. And so we're offering food not at the Ritual prices. We're offering at a very discount price. So, you know,
That's awesome.
a barbecue plate's going to be $14 or a hamburger's $9 and you know, the food at Ritual is a lot.
Yeah.
So you're getting a bargain and people are
You
seeing
are getting
that.
a bargain, guys. You are getting
Absolutely.
a bargain.
And we're also selling dry aged steaks cut to go so you can cook it at your own home. You know, so
I love it.
So you're in control of your whole evening experience, you know, whether you want to cook it yourself or you want us to cook it for you. It's up to you.
And I know one of the big things that people are now starting to get really concerned about is the safety of to-go orders. So can you talk a little bit about that?
You mean as far as, you know, the 6-foot rule?
Yes.
It's weird. You know, people pull up in a handkerchief or they pull up in a face mask and you don't know what to do. I had an experience the other day. I knew in my head what I was supposed to do, but initially when it happened, I didn't know how to react to it. And I had a gentleman get off the bus because we have 2 bus stops right on the corner of Richmond.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And he was wearing a construction outfit, you know, hat, hard hat, vest. And he walked up to me and says, hey, he says, I have a job, but I'm staying at the shelter. And he goes, all I need is $3 more so I can eat at the shelter. So I gave him a $20 bill. And he said, well, no, I only need 3. And I said, well, I don't really care. You can keep the $20.
Yeah.
But the distance that, to him, it was about survival. He encouraged my space, and then I didn't know how I felt about that.
Yeah, it's hard, I think.
It is. And even though you want to do the right thing, you just didn't know how to react. So we're all in survival mode. So going back to your question, you know, takeout, it's weird. It's hard. It's something that's so unnatural. I still don't even know how to feel about it. I think a lot of people don't, you know, they don't know.
Well, and I also, you know, the places that I'm choosing to personally eat at here in DC, you know, I am hoping that they are really keeping on top of their employees. And I think that small businesses, they don't want to be responsible for getting people sick. They don't. And the fact that we even have to have this conversation feels so weird, but you know, people are freaking out about that. But I would tell them, you know, trust your local businesses because they don't want to go out of business, and they, especially the local ones that are small and non-chain, they really care about their community, and I wouldn't expect you guys to be any different than that.
No, so when you come into work, we have to check your temperature, and I know that kind of sounds a little bit.
No, I think people want to hear that you're doing that. I think that's awesome.
Well, I mean, in my head, you think about it. You know, let's just say you do have it. You walk in to get your temperature checked. Well, you've already spread it around because we all know it's airborne. So that kind of defeats it. But at the same time, at least we're able to mitigate.
Yes.
You know, the spread.
And I think right now that's really what it's about.
Absolutely.
It's about mitigation, which is why people are wearing masks. You know, it's not about you. And I think that as humans, we just automatically think about ourselves. Yeah. But none of this is about you. You know. No,
it isn't. But I mean, but you say it's not about you, but it really is. Because think about this. My business partner told me this. He says, you know, Pete, he says, what if you get it? And then now all of a sudden you need a ventilator. Well, you can't get one right now. There's shortage all over the country. And it's like, so that means you die. Like, don't take any chances. So we take your temperature, we wear gloves, we have masks for everybody. Even if you have a slight cough or whatever it is, you can't come in. Like,
Yeah,
so we have the back door locked. So the only way you can come in is through the front, and you have to have permission to come in through the front. So
that's
we're
awesome.
trying to prevent contact with a lot of different people. So out of respect for the customers that are coming up. So when our customers come up, they know there's only 4 people in that whole restaurant.
Yeah.
You're not getting anything. We all know where we've been. So we're really strict about it, and it's not a joke. And it's hard to really even, it's hard for that to be natural.
Yeah, it feels
You know what I
very
mean?
surreal. It feels very surreal. And I think that is compounding people's struggles, is that it just doesn't feel right. One of my friends who owns a business here in DC, she loves that you lock your back door.
You have to, because sometimes employees come in,
They're just
whether
not
they
thinking.
no, well, I mean, we tell all of our employees, if you need to eat, just come on by. We'll make you a plate. We'll make your family something. We'll give you something, just to kind of keep everybody going.
Yeah.
And I think at the very beginning, people were kind of coming through the back door, and we were like, time out, time out. We have no clue where you've been. Get away from the kitchen, get away from the food, get away from everybody. So now it's kind of second nature now. Now people understand what they have to do. But, we still got a couple more weeks of this. And so who knows, like, how it works.
So what is the order in Houston right now for things being shut down?
Houston hasn't really been that bad. Now, testing in Houston has been kind of chaotic, like most cities. I think what we hear and see on the news, we don't know what exactly is true, right?
Yes.
But, I spoke to two guys that were riding their bikes. They stopped in to get a margarita on their way out. And one of his mother's a doctor. And I asked him, I said, hey, so how are the hospitals in Houston? Are we prepared? And, what are they saying? And he said that his mother, who's a doctor, just said, she wasn't worried about that. We were very prepared. The hospitals aren't overflowed. But again, that goes back to the testing. How much data are we really getting? So they're predicting that by May 5th in Houston, we're gonna hit the peak. But it really hasn't. But it hasn't been that bad.
Gotcha. Yeah, we are in a shelter in place, basically order until June 10th.
Yeah, that's how we are.
So, and they expect DC to hit a peak here soon. But, these things are cyclical too. Like, it could go away and then come back. Like, there's just no way to know. And I knew it was bad when my favorite bar here, Jack Rose, they have like the most bourbon and whiskey on the Western Hemisphere, like just walls, floor to ceiling. They started selling even some of their rare bottles just to make ends meet. And that was when I was like, oh my gosh, like this is,
but
like they were selling Pappy Flights. Yeah.
There's a silver lining in that. So for Ritual, obviously I'm buying what we need what we're selling. And one of my business partner, one of my employees, Cody, I think you've met Cody before.
Yes. Cody makes the drinks, man.
Oh, absolutely. He went to Specs, which is our local liquor store here. And he was like, Pete, and you wouldn't believe there's anything allocated is on the shelf right now. Like stuff that you could never find is there. Like full
They
shelf.
were putting in the back room that they weren't letting anybody have.
Right.
It's all of a sudden out. Like
so you could, if you stockpiled, you could buy what you want.
Yes. It was crazy though. And that was really when I was like, oh, like this might be serious. And they were selling a lot of the cool places here that sell food also. And that's really the key. If it's a bar that also sells food,
right,
then they can sell pre-mixed things and you can drive up and, get it. But the places that are just straight bars.
The sad thing is that you think about it, in good times and great times, people love alcohol, right?
Yes.
And it's as an owner and as a bartender, it's scary on how much alcohol people are consuming right now. I'm surprised that I'm not even drinking right now. I mean, I had a couple here and there, but it's unreal.
Yeah.
I've got some regulars that called me up and said, hey, if we donate a lot of money, can we open up a line of credit with you? I'm like, no, we can't do that.
Darn it.
right? As much as I want to.
Right. Right. So this is basically the outlook for you guys, is to keep going like this for as long as you can.
Yeah. So we've applied for all of our locations. We applied for the PPPs, and
Okay.
the word on the street is, from other business owners and some people I've spoken to up and down the street. It's about 2 to 3 business days before you get approved, and then once you're processed, probably another 72 hours before you get your funds. So I'm very optimistic that this week that we can start getting our PPPs and get our employees taken care of.
Yeah.
And keep them taken care of for the next 2 months. I mean, that's really what
Good.
it's there for. Question is what happens in June. And then I think beyond that, there's a lot of questions like how has business been changed? And I think that's a lot of restaurants and bars don't really think about, like the landscape has changed, period. I don't care if you have 230 seats or if you have 10. People are going to react very differently, and that's going to be the challenge when we reopen.
Yeah, you're going to have people that, like me, who feel this really strong need to get back out there and start supporting these businesses. And then you're going to have people that are scared for another month and don't want to. And then what does that look like for you guys? Can you reopen Ready Room, and then you're only allowed to have a certain number of people? Because Ready Room is not a big space.
No. I mean, we have 70. Our occupancy is 79.
Yeah,
and
it's a very cozy environment, which I love about it.
It is, but even on a normal weeknight, and I think you were here on a Wednesday night, and this was a while back you were here.
I've never been on a weekend. I've only been during the week, and it's been very busy both times because you guys have the live music, and that draws a lot of people.
Absolutely. So, and I've been thinking a lot about what happens to Ready Room when we open. And I think Ready Room is already an intimate environment to where you get a lot of couples or people who are dating or whatever it may be. And they are in their own little world. And so they tend to kind of compartmentalize in very different parts of the bar, which is good.
Yes.
But I think right now people don't want to sit right next to somebody else they don't know.
No.
And naturally so. Like I wouldn't either. The moment somebody coughs, the moment somebody sneezes, the moment anything, the whole night's ruined, I think. So I think with Ready Room, with our live music and our intimate surroundings, our job is to get people to be relaxed and comfortable and to kind of forget about it. That's what we did. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But how long does that last? I don't know. But being a smaller bar and a smaller workforce, I think I'm able to afford it because I can rotate people and give people the same amount of shifts and give them the same amount of opportunity to make their income. So I'm not really too worried about it. Now, Ritual, on the other hand, can be a completely different game.
Yeah.
That's 230 people capacity in that restaurant.
Yeah. And a lot of employees.
Absolutely. It takes a lot to run that place. And so every day we're thinking about it. We're trying to come up with a game plan. I think a lot of restaurants and bars should be thinking about the same thing too.
I feel like we should join together with other bars in the Heights. Like I feel like the Heights is such a small community. I feel like you guys should really be working together to try to figure this out because
well, we are, and my business partner is very well known in the Heights, and so he's got the network between every restaurant and every bar.
Awesome.
But I think right now it's still too soon to say because everybody's worried about getting their PPPs and trying to survive, and so no one's really talking about that just yet.
And you guys don't even know if you've really hit your peak as far as the illness goes. Like you don't know what's going to happen.
They're saying May 5th, and so but who really knows?
Who knows? Dang. Well, I think that this is something that, as people who patronize businesses, we think about, but we don't really think about all that goes into hoping. And you look around and you think half of these businesses might not be able to come back, after this.
Absolutely.
Or
they may get their funding and say, you know what, this is too stressful for me. I just don't want to do this anymore. So I don't think it's necessarily only about if they can survive. I think it comes that the traumatic stress that comes with it.
Yeah. Well, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because I really wanted people to be able to hear directly from someone who does own a business and what you guys are doing and how this impacts you guys. And, you know, it's not just you guys you're thinking about. You're thinking about your customers, you're thinking about your employees. And when you own more than one place too, that's also a compounding factor. And, you know, what businesses have available, like you can't get toilet paper here at all.
Wow, really? I've never understood why. Why is it? What's the craze about toilet paper? You know,
I
tell people this.
literally just said to one of my friends, I was like, I wish that I had hoarded toilet paper before, but I didn't, because I was like, why? But now I wish that, but you can't get toilet paper, and you can't get hand sanitizer.
That I understand. And
Yes.
I know if you go on Amazon, you can't order it unless you're a hospital. And so I get all that. But you can make your own.
And it's just like here, I know whenever there's a storm warning or there's like a hurricane, people, you know, that's what people will get: milk, bread, toilet paper, you know, and it makes them feel better. And it totally is, Rosanna, it totally is a fear control thing. And I think
But toilet paper, I mean,
yeah.
I tell people, hey, if you run out of toilet paper, I get it. You gotta do the business, but go in the shower afterward. It's water. It's gonna wash off, and you'll be fine.
You heard it here first. Go into the shower.
Absolutely. So we will survive. But I don't understand buying 100 rolls of toilet paper. What is that really going to do to anybody?
It just makes people feel better, and I mean, I get it. And so that is an interesting thing too, is when this is all over, will businesses even be able to get the supplies and the cleaning things that they need to just run their business? And I know there's like industrial stuff you can get at restaurant stores, but that's another thing. Like here locally, we're talking about opening up our community pool. And I don't think that we're going to be able to, because it's not just opening it. It's, do we have the supplies to run the business afterwards? And I don't know what that.
I think we will. I mean, you know, a lot of the distributors like Cisco, Benny Key, and they're local here, so I'm not sure who the bigger players in DC. But those guys are coming through. I haven't seen a shortage in a whole lot. Now, when it first started, you couldn't get sanitizer and toilet paper.
Yeah.
But on the commercial
those
side,
things
I think
are coming
they're doing.
back.
Absolutely, I think they're coming through. So I'm not really too worried about that.
Did you buy all your bidets yet?
Did I buy all my bidets yet? No, I wish I had one. You know, they got this attachment that you hook up to your water hose, and then it kind of clips onto your toilet seat.
I'm the dude.
But after all this, I might buy a bidet.
You're gonna go completely paperless in Ready Room and Ritual businesses.
I don't know about that, but I will say this though: if you ever, I forget which manufacturer makes it. I think American Standard. They make a toilet that's kind of like a Japanese toilet where it has seat warmers and it turns into a bidet.
Hey man,
I tried one about 2 months ago. I am definitely sold on getting one of those, so I will.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for being willing to do this. I mean, I picked you because I just really selfishly wanted to talk to you again, because it's been too long.
Well, no, it has been too long, and I'm glad I'm able to talk about it, because, you know, one of the things I didn't touch on is that business owners understand the stress they're going through because of the responsibility they have towards their employees. And it gets real when all of a sudden you cut off all monetary resources are cut off for both parties.
Yeah.
Then you start to see the emotions start to come out to play. Well, I need this. Well, I need this. And it's hard to sleep when you're bombarded by all that. And I think, you know, for everybody, the wake-up call is, you know, save some money. You know, you have no idea what's going to happen as a business owner and or as an employee. And I know it's hard. Everybody's situations are very different. You know, we don't know what everybody's lives are. But, you know, the one thing that I can recommend and stress is that always be prepared. And I think that this whole coronavirus is a rude awakening about what being prepared is really all about.
Yeah, you're right. And, you know, words of wisdom from Pete in Houston.
Hey, I'm learning that lesson too. I'm not saying that I'm the master at it. No, but I'm learning it very, very well. So.
Well, I hope everyone can see, you know, as a travel blogger, when I went to Houston, the first time it was a vacation and I was just whatever. The second time I went for work and I visited a lot of places. And you were the only place that I did a second trip to. And
Oh, nice. Thank you.
you know, I really like you guys, and I really felt a connection to your employees and to your business. And I think that as many bars as I've seen in Houston, and I love them all, you know, I hope people see that that's a testament to you and your business and just what a great guy you are. And I just wanted people to see that. I wanted people to see that and know that there are more people like you out there, and there are businesses that are going through a hard time, but they're doing their best to take care of their community, take care of their employees, and take care of themselves. I mean, it's okay to be a little bit selfish in this kind of stuff. So
yeah, I miss people. I really do.
know.
I really do.
I miss people too.
You know, the one thing I do wish, and this is for everybody across the country, you know, people who own restaurants, people who own bars, I really hope and I really wish that they're able to reopen and resume their lives for themselves and for everyone else. I really don't want to see anybody to go down. But,
Who knows?
know, we're at the mercy of something that we've never experienced before. So, you know, when you say bars in Houston, you know, I wish everybody in Houston stays in. I really do. Just to keep it going.
Yeah. All I care about is that I can come in November, that this is all taken care of. So universe, listen, Rihanna is coming to Houston in November. So like, let's fix this so I can come.
I think you'll be fine when you come in November.
Good.
But we're also working on, Cody and I are also taking the opportunity of this, you know, downtime that I call it, to really kind of implement more things, better things that we're going to do with Ready Room. So that's been a lot of fun. So I think the key through all of this is stay focused. Don't forget about what you're doing. If you stay positive and you stay focused, you're going to make it through this thing. But if you watch that news every day and you listen to people and you go down that rabbit hole, you might as well just tap out. You're done. It's so emotionally draining when you watch that.
Yeah.
But keep your mind into work. Figure out how you can be better, because I think the landscape of all this is going to change. And I think for all industries across the board, you know, you're going to see a lot of people go more tech heavy as opposed to, you know, customer driven. And so there's a lot of silver linings in that, and there's a lot of negatives to that.
Yeah.
But that's what we have to start thinking about. And that's the key to stay healthy and to stay positive and to make it through this.
I love it. I'm going to make sure that everyone can follow you guys, and I will leave all those links in this video. This video will stay live on my IGTV. I'll probably throw it up on YouTube. And you can go check out Ready Room on YouTube. They've been doing some really cool videos with Ready Room and Ritual.
Yeah, we just started that one too.
You guys are doing great. I'm so impressed.
We're a little bit amateurish when it comes to that, but
no, it's real. People love that. No,
we have a lot of great ideas, and actually there's going to be another one coming out probably this week.
Okay.
So what we're doing for Ready Room is we're trying to compete in different competitions that are virtual for other people to donate money for the relief fund.
Really quick, talk about you are competing in a virtual competition.
Right. So Ghost Tequila basically said, hey, we're doing this March Madness competition, everything virtual, so you have to create a video using their product, of course. And then everybody votes. So when you vote, for every vote, Ghost Tequila donates $1 to their fund that goes to the emergency relief fund for restaurant and bar employees. Now they match up until $10,000, but still it's
great.
It's going to help somebody.
Yes.
So I think I made it into the second round. I'm not sure. So for every round,
y'all, Pete makes a mean drink. Well, Cody makes a mean drink too, but
he does.
You make a mean drink.
But all of this is it's virtual, right? So no one can going to taste the drink. So this is a very different ball
I know
game.
It's probably really good.
So it is. I mean, I like everything I make, but that's a lot of fun. So we're trying to be a part of more things. Even though we can't open up the bar, we can use what we have to kind of help the situation as best as we can. So that's a lot of fun. So always look at Ready Room Instagram for the new videos coming out.
I will make sure that I have all that linked for you, including this video. And leave it in my stories so you guys can refer back to it. And if you're in Houston when this is all over, go see Pete at Ready Room and Ritual.
We will be here. We'll be here for sure.
And I'll see you in November.
Come on by. Let me know when you're ready.
Bye,
All
guys.
right.
Have
Bye.
a great day.
Thank you so much. Take care. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.